Hey there, this is Walk with Him. I'm so glad that you joined us today. I'm going to get right into a Bible truth that I hope will be an encouragement to you. Today we're going to read a few verses found in the book of Mark, chapter number 5, and I'm going to start reading in verse number 25. The Bible says, "And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. When she had heard of Jesus, came in the press behind and touched His garment. For she said, If I may touch but His clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Jesus, immediately knowing in Himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, Who touched my clothes?" What an amazing story. I want us to consider for just a moment, if we can, the condition of this woman. There are so many things that are found here in verse number 25. I want you to zero in, first of all, that the condition of this woman, that the problem was critical. The Bible says this issue of blood. I don't know if it was life-threatening or not, but it was life-altering. This was a serious, serious problem. Her plight was one that was continual. She had battled it, the Bible says, for 12 years. And she had gone into great pain and great resources to try to go to all the doctors. And the Bible tells us that these physicians were unhelpful. As a matter of fact, the Bible says she was worse off than she was before she sought help for them. The possibilities were all gone. There was no progress. She was hopeless. She had exhausted all that she knew to do. She tried and tried to find an answer to her situation, and it was to no avail. But the story changes when you come to verse number 27, and the Bible said, when she heard of Jesus. Oh man, that's good right there. When you hear of Jesus, there's hope. When you hear of Jesus, now there's a possibility for something that no one once thought possible before. And this woman had such great faith. She had tried everything else. She had faith that Christ could heal her. She just reached out and touched the hem of the garment, and she was made whole. My friend, I want to encourage you. If you think you're hopeless, you need Jesus. If you've tried everything and looked everywhere, you need Jesus. If it's been 12 years or more, you need Jesus. If everybody and their brother and their mother has tried to help you and you're worse off than you were before, you need Jesus. And the most important part, or the greatest need for Christ, is not our physical condition, but our spiritual condition. He can make the most broken heart, the most shattered life made whole. I want to encourage you. Don't look everywhere else when Christ alone is the answer. Now understand me, I'm not saying don't go see the doctor. I'm not saying don't use common sense. God gave us those things. We ought to use them. I am saying this: Christ is our hope, nothing less. Nothing but Jesus Christ. Make sure that's who we're pressing to see. Make sure that's who we understand is hope for our soul and help for our need. All we need is a touch from Jesus. Well, I hope that this has been an encouragement thought to you today, and you'll remember as you walk through your day, you'll enjoy the day so much better if you'll walk with Him.